Give her a dip, give her a dip.
Do it to the right, off your shoulder, please, too. Thank you.
Start right here with him. And then all three of you beautiful people right here to the left.
And to your right, everybody.
Excuse me, sir.
We're ready, we're ready.
Gorgeous. Everyone straight ahead, guys.
Come on, big smiles, everybody. Thank you very much.
Where's the cast again?
And then next door.
It's so great. It's so exciting. It's been a couple years of working on it, and it feels wonderful to finally get to show it to fans. It's just wonderful, you know, doing all the scenes with Chewie and everything was great, and you really felt like you were really a part of the Star Wars world, and he's very funny, Jonas, who plays Chewie, and yeah, it was wonderful. We had a great time. I think just the cast that we have and the crew, I mean the people that I got to make it with, and our particular Star Wars posse in this one is such an incredibly talented and interesting group of people, and so getting to have that experience with them was really great. And it's also fun. All my nieces and nephews are all here, which is exciting, so they're having the time of their lives.
It's kind of like a dream. You know, Lando was my first toy ever. Like, my dad bought it for me, so being a part of this, being part of the Star Wars family, it means like the world, you know, because I don't say that lightly. You know, I'm a fan myself, so I appreciate all the fans. I appreciate how much people care about it, and like, you know, you just want to make a good movie and have fun with the people in it. So like, it just feels great. It's like a dream. Oh yeah, I was like, the best part about this movie is that no one else can fit the suits I was wearing. There's a suit at the end of this movie that I'm like, I would wear that out. It's like it's all white. I love it, but I would wear it out. Like, it's nice having all of those capes, and also you start to fall in love with capes in general. I'm like, why don't people wear capes anymore? I understand maybe it's a little hard to get your hands out, but they look so fresh. You really can't top a good cape. I just love the way it looks. It feels like a very edgy film, and I feel like there's enough there to satisfy like anybody who's ever wondered about Han and Lando. You know, you know, there's so much about Han in this movie that, you know, you connect with, that with anybody who's young and you're starting to figure it out. So I just hope that people really connect and like they're interested in this world, because I would love to be a part of this world again. It's really great. Yeah, the film experience with other people in a dark room is like, there's nothing like it. You know, there's a surprise and a shock you're just not gonna get alone. You know, on a small screen. It's a communal experience. Like, it's an event. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, it's really exciting. Naturally, you wouldn't expect it, but I was alive in the 70s, and I remember very well what a big deal it was at the time when this Star Wars originally came out. And so I guess I never thought this opportunity would happen, but it's great to be a part of this. You know, it's just one of the funnest experiences I've ever had, working with this group. And I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's a pretty good movie. Yeah, I didn't expect to see the Millennium Falcon on, you know, Hollywood Boulevard. That's pretty cool.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege, it's a thrill. It makes my kids really happy. They are very proud of me and actually want to come and see it. Well, they can come and see a movie I do, finally. So, but, you know, what a privilege and what a celebration too to have a woman of color who's got a principal role in the movie, in that entire Star Wars legacy. That hasn't actually happened until now. So I feel, I feel very kind of proud for that to be a moment that I can represent. So, it's very special. Well, I think, you can really tell in the movie the energy that's right through the film is this sense of excitement and reverence for a character that is so beloved, right down to the design of the costumes, that fantastic retro edge, which is so, so akin to the character that we know of Harrison Ford. And I think that really that was sort of, it was delivered right through the whole production. And we all had so much fun because Han is a rogue. He's devil-may-care, he's irreverent, he takes risks, he's all the things that people want to be but they're too scared to be. So, I think that it gave everyone the sense that they could try something new and depart from the everyday and the normal. And honestly, it's right through everything in the movie.
It makes so much sense for this movie. It's because it's all about fun. It's all about fans. Tonight we're finally getting to share it with some fans. This is something I've been waiting for a long time, and I'm very, very pumped. Well, this story was something that Larry Kasdan dreamed of writing. This is the 4th Star Wars movie that he's written on, but this is the one he's been dying to do for years. Long before Disney acquired Lucasfilm or any of those things, this is a story that he believed was something to really offer fans that would take advantage of everything that we've learned about this great iconic character and yet still surprise audiences. And so I think it's a terrific adventure story, and I was really, really thrilled to be a part of it. I think that there are twists and turns that are unexpected. I think the relationships in this movie, in addition to the action and the excitement and that drama, I think the relationships are, there's heart, there's a lot of humor and comedy. I can't wait to hear an audience laugh with this movie in the way that I think that they will, and go on this journey with young Han Solo, this defining adventure. So I think there are a lot of surprises in store for the audience.
It's so exhilarating. It's just insane. You get these different waves of realizing you're in a Star Wars movie. First of all, they give you the job and you're like, oh my God, I'm in a Star Wars movie. And then you get on set for the first time and you're like, oh my God, I'm in a Star Wars movie. And then suddenly you're here and it's a press sign longer and then the Oscars and you're like, I'm in a Star Wars movie. And it's these different stages of overwhelming kind of intensity that kind of comes with this. And I just really hope we've done the fans proud. I know it's scary in one sense because it's so loved and it's so precious, and Han is a character that is so loved by me, by everyone, by the world of Star Wars, and so taking it on is scary, but I know we've done it justice. And when I first read the script, I was just tingling with excitement because everything just makes sense and you're like, yes. So it's just really satisfying. It's just really kind of, it's a beautiful thing to be a part of, and I'm really, really very lucky to be standing here today. 3 adjectives: explosive, dynamic, and heartfelt.
I think you can't help but be intrigued about what created these people and those friendships. I think what was so beautiful about the films in the first place is they just jumped straight in. You just have this untold history, and that's just given this wonderful opportunity to be able to go back and have a little bath in what happened before, which is exactly what these films are. But it's such an adventure tale, and there's so much love and heart in it, and I think it's going to break people's hearts and warm the cockles for everyone. Yeah, she's wicked. She's wicked. I was so thrilled to read the script because she's got such an amazing attitude. She's pugnacious. She's argumentative. She's got her own opinion. She built herself out of other droids. I mean, that's insane in itself. And she's actually really inspirational. I carry a little bit of L3 with me everywhere I go now. Oh my God, so much. I think there's so many unique relationships in this film outside of the central one that we know about. But there's so much imagination and love has gone into what makes these partnerships work. Literally partners in crime, but also it's a very romantic film actually, I think, from a friendship point of view and from a romantic point of view. I think it's going to really steal people's hearts.
I've been thinking about this recently. I think the reason why it's such a good idea for the franchise to have these spin-offs and these standalones, because it really enriches, I think, the entire franchise. But because they're less encumbered by the responsibilities that the main franchise has, and that they can be more playful, and there can be more sort of caper-like qualities, and they can be escapades.
No, it is so exciting. We're going to see how Han met Chewie, and I think a lot of people are wondering how that all happened. So it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. You know, I think what it is it's just a great fun time at the movies. That's what this story really is, and I think that they're going to make little discoveries along the way, but they're really going to love the relationships in the movie. It is, you know, the thing is that I got to work with Larry Kasdan, who had done Empire Strikes Back and Jedi, and he worked with his son on this movie, John Kasdan. So I think that was one of the most enjoyable things, because Larry really knows the story and he really knows the characters. So we were finding lots of little new details that we could put in this film. I think there's nothing better than to see what we do with an audience. It's one of the great things as filmmakers, is that we get a chance to see people react to what we've done. And I love that more than anything. So I'm really excited to get into the theater and see people experience this.
Yeah, it's a story that's never been seen, and I can't. When I went into this, all my expectations were I didn't know what to expect, and the script surprised me in such ways, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds on the screen, because it's a wonderful adventure story. It's fun, and I think people are really gonna walk away surprised. Well, I think people know what makes these two characters bond together so well. But do they know how did they get their start? Do they know how did that evolve into what it was?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to actually be in front of the camera, if you could call it that, because I'm all digital. I play Rio Durant, who's an alien, but I'm having a good time, and been friends with Ron Howard for a long time. So when I got the call, I was very excited, and it's been my, I think, third collaboration with Donald Glover, between this and Lion King and Spider-Man. So that's fun too. It's kind of fun. My life's a little surreal between all the Marvel stuff that I've seen on Hollywood Boulevard and all the Star Wars stuff. It's I don't know that I would believe it if I went in a time machine and told myself as a kid that this is what my career would be and my adult life. So I have to say I'm having a really, really fun time.
Well, this one's particularly exciting because really, you know, you're a 6-year-old and you're imagining the rest of your life, and you still don't quite actually believe you'll finally get to do a Star Wars film, you know. Yep, there's a friendship theme really between Han and Chewie. There's also a friendship theme, you know, a gang theme, a belonging theme for Beckett. And there's a love theme for Gira, but is it really love? And that's what we were trying to do in the whole film, is question, you know, what is love, what is friendship, and what love will last.